it's a great feeling to think that we're going to be at a Wembley final. It's something that perhaps we've missed. Well, we have missed. There's no two ways about it. But Jurgen, maybe it has been said that he didn't really prioritise English Cup finals, FA Cup and the Carabao. But this year there's been this different intent I've sensed, and we all love a day out, a weekend down at Wembley, and Liverpool do finals so well. It will be a great day. I mean, it's kind of sad really in recent years when, you know, I think we've gone out of the League Cup, Carabao Cup, whatever you call it. And I thought, well, it doesn't really matter. But come finals day, it's a little bit you're envious of the two teams that are down there at Wembley when you're filling the weekend in however way. To think that the two teams down at Wembley having a great day out and obviously competing for a bit of silverware. So we're going to be there. It's going to be a big day. Liverpool, Chelsea, we're used to playing each other in finals and big games. Can't wait. It's going to be really, really great.
Talking about being used to playing in big games, I love how people call Wembley Liverpool South. Where did that come from?
Well, once upon a time we were regular visitors, and we got that feel of being there regularly. So that became Liverpool South for a while. Cardiff became Cardiff South. Liverpool for a while, because we made it a great habit of going to Cardiff finals. But something that we've dropped out the habit of, as Premier League and Champions League have become maybe the main priorities. But you shouldn't underestimate the value that the fans place on going to an English final, whether it's the FA Cup final or this one now that we've qualified, and who knows, we might even get to the FA Cup final as well. But Wembley's hard to beat. I don't think it's got quite the same magic as the old Wembley, if I'm honest, but still in all, it's Wembley, it's still fantastic. And we're a little bit disappointed, I think, the last time we went, to lose out to City in the way that we did. But it's going to be tremendous. It's a great boost for everybody. And it's come in a month where obviously we knew we were going to have problems with Mane, Salah and Keita going away to the AFCON. It was going to be a case of how would we cope, and with two big semi-final games in this congested month, we were always up against it slightly. So I think for us to have come through the way that we have done, I think is a great testament to the spirit, what's going on at Anfield currently, and all credits to Jurgen for how he's managed the situation.
When you look back on your time in Liverpool, which Wembley trip do you appreciate the most?
Well, I played in the European Cup final of 1978, so that's the big one. I missed out on the FA Cup final of 77 at Wembley, and I suppose that's every young boy's dream, to play in a FA Cup final at Wembley. But I played in Charity Shield games, I played in League Cup finals, but it doesn't come much bigger than a European Cup final. So that's clearly my favourite.
Try to describe what that was like that day for you.
Well, in those days, it was old Wembley, so that walk from the tunnel, as you emerge, it's the biggest tunnel I'd sort of experienced up to that point. So having been to Wembley in years gone by, to watch games, I think it's something of a boyhood dream to make that walk up the tunnel, and then as the pitch emerges and the sunshine, it's just an incredible feeling to be greeted by, in those days, 100,000 people. It's something that I suppose you never lose quite the thrill. And it's something that I suppose that you'd love to do time and time again. So any time that you did it was something very, very special. And as I say, I did it in a number of ways, a number of big games. But when you do it at a final, it's something very, very special.
And what was it like afterwards? When you won the game?
Yeah, I think the moments in the dressing room, perhaps, not too vivid. I think because in those days the dressing rooms weren't very grand. It was an old stadium. It was built in the 20s, so the dressing rooms kind of didn't really move with the modern times. So not really that much of a memory of enjoying that period in the dressing room itself. But afterwards, the feeling of getting on the bus and then going back to a banquet of some sort or some sort of party. I think a lot of players will tell you that we probably remember more the parties than actually the action that took place on the pitch on certain days. So it's a fantastic feeling to be on the winning side. I played in a playoff game for Tranmere there, and to lose at Wembley is a bad place, but to lose in a playoff game particularly is particularly nasty. So the fun really of playing at Wembley is being there, winning, making the walk up the steps, and then coming down onto the pitch and then celebrating with the fans. It's something that never ever leaves you.
And talking about celebrating with fans, Trent said after the game yesterday against Arsenal that winning the league at an empty Anfield wasn't quite, what he had expected it would be like to win the league, because the fans were not there. And now that team has finally got the chance to maybe, we can't say we are winning against Chelsea before we play, but maybe they can now do like a double celebration and celebrate a cup and silverware with the fans.
You can't beat enjoying success with the fans, and we were robbed of enjoying winning the Premier League in front of a full Anfield, and obviously not being able to have a parade of any type. And there are some things that you can never ever forget. I was very fortunate to be a part of winning a number of league titles, and I went on a couple of round the city parades, and the time that you celebrate with fans is very much the best. You can't beat it. It kind of takes you back to when you were a kid and you were a fan, and seeing the team down on the pitch, enjoying the moment of achieving success. So although Jurgen, as I say, said winning the league was as good as any moment in terms of whether or not it was an empty stadium or full stadium, it's the same. It's not quite the same. No. You can never ever beat the fact that winning a league title with the fans. You're basically shoulder to shoulder. My first league title we won at Wolverhampton, at Molineux. It remains one of the biggest and best memories I ever had. One that was lucky enough to take part in a couple of celebrations of winning the league at Anfield, and they were absolutely amazing. And I hope we see something like that this year. Enjoying silverware and the celebrations.